On today's episode of the Views from Section 400 podcast, we recap Indiana's big win over Miami, first 16-0 team since 1894 Yale, of course, first championship in school history, all the NFL divisional round action. It's officially a Stiddy party. In Denver, Bo Nix fractures his ankle. The Patriots won again. The Seahawks look unstoppable, and the Bears' magic finally ran out. The Rams will be in the NFC Championship game. Recap it all, do some early previews, talk some head coaches. It's all coming up. See you guys soon.
And just like that, we're back.
A16, turn me up.
Welcome into episode 237 of the Views from Section 400 podcast. Today is January 21st, 2025. And Carson Beck had what?
It's 2026.
2026. I think I've done that like 3 times already.
It's okay.
Right,
We got you.
First time you've been called out for it, but we let it slide the first couple times. Going forward, good catch, Jack. Then these, you let the first couple go. But
We're almost at the end of the month.
We're almost at February here.
Yeah, we're almost 3 weeks in. I feel like I need to be better now. All right. It's January 21st, 2026. And Monday night was probably the third worst night of Carson Beck's life, behind him cheating on his girlfriend that he went to Miami for, and all of his Snapchats getting leaked from the Georgia sororities. Indiana has completed the perfect season, 16-0, first 16-0 team since Yale in 1894.
Yeah, more games. I guess they're able to claim that. I guess we're pretty used to only seeing teams play like 13, 14. So good for them. 16-0.
Well, when they expand the playoff, that'll get broken. So in due time.
All in due time. But yeah, Carson Beck, it's not like it was the worst night of his life. It's not like he was like
third worst,
the sole reason this team lost. The offense really couldn't get too much going. The running back did have some nice plays. The defense had some nice plays. So where do you look to? You look to Carson Beck, but I don't know, man. You guys really think that was mostly on him?
It's just hard to not root for a guy like Carson Beck. I hate seeing his downfall. That's more what it's about.
I could care less about the guy's downfall. He had 7 years to figure it out. I think he's already won a couple titles too, no? So
I think he was a backup for him.
A ring's a ring. But I get it. He wanted to be the guy, but come on, 7th year, $11 million to go there in the NIL. So I don't feel bad for a guy in his 7th year getting an $11 million paycheck. I'm sorry, I really don't.
At least he'll be like a 6th rounder instead of a 7th rounder now that Dante Moore is coming back.
Does he get drafted?
Just with how poor people are talking about this quarterback class, I do think he will probably get drafted, late flyer, like Brian's saying, 6th, 7th round. I mean, at the end of the day, though, I got my boss calling me right now.
That's fun.
Just like Carson Beck's about to have his boss calling him soon.
I kind of have to take this.
Take it, man.
Take it.
Hey,
to the limit.
Should we keep going without him?
Yeah, I thought we were going to get like some live corporate jargon, I think is what they call it.
I don't want to leak his work problems there.
Yeah, I guess we don't need to do that at all. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can keep it rolling for the sake of not being here all night. We don't know how long, if he's got a 5 o'clock or a 6 o'clock fire that he's about to go put out. But nonetheless, man, I mean, all the credit to Signetti. Mendoza, sure, he won the Heisman. He led the team and helped manage the team and control their path there. But I mean, the run game got him there. The defense got him there. The special teams showed up in a big way last night as well. So Mendoza was a critical part, but I mean, this is all on Signetti building the roster, great coaching, and people will call me a hater. I don't think Mendoza should be the number one pick. It's going to be a product of or the reason of just nothing around him, especially Dante Moore returning to college. We'll see, but I'd be very surprised if he makes it out of his rookie contract in the NFL. And that might be harsh. But
That's some hater energy. He just won a national championship, and you're already putting him down.
Don't think he's getting out of his rookie contract. And they'll say, make podcast equipment more expensive. They'll say, this guy doesn't know ball. We can revisit it in 4 years when he's due for one, if he gets that far.
Mendoza really changed my opinion on him. I was with you going into the year about when he was at Cal and he beat Auburn. I was like, this guy sucks. We somehow let Cal beat us. All this nonsense. But just the kind of games he had this year where you're like, he's not the most talented. He's a two-star recruit. He made sure everyone knew he was a two-star recruit in his interview with Molly McGrath or whoever was interviewing him after the game. But and then he had his Heisman moment. I guess you could say his Heisman moment was the comeback against Penn State when he had hit Cooper in the back of the end zone. But that run on 4th down and 5, Signetti calls the QB draw. He made Signetti break character, does the touchdown. You never see that guy show emotion. Just breaks a tackle, dives into the end zone, doesn't fumble. And that pretty much won him the game. I know Tony had the big play after, but all they needed to really do was run out the clock. Then, of course, they get the false start, and Carson Beck throws the pick to end up sealing it. But
yeah,
I like Mendoza.
I know you do. It was a game sealer. He absolutely sealed the game with his legs. The problem is he's not being drafted as a running back to the NFL. He's being drafted as a quarterback. And some of those throws I thought he made last night were pretty questionable. I know they had good offensive schemes and game plans and throws where the guys were kind of wide open on some of those 3rd and 5s out in the flat and wherever else. Big screen merchant that I saw last night as well. So again, it could be harsh, but this is what we get paid to do, is analyze right after the game, good, bad, or ugly. And I wasn't thoroughly impressed with what I saw from Mendoza throwing the football. Did he seal the game 4th and 5, run it in, or 3rd and 5, whatever it was, run it in? Sure. Yes, absolutely. With his legs, got it done. You can call that the Heisman moment. He's going to have to make tougher, better, harder throws in the National Football League against better competition and better defenses. So, yes, I'm analyzing going forward. Congratulations. Have your moment. You won the national title. A lot of firsts for Indiana. 2-star recruit to national title. It brings you back to the road to glory days in playing Madden or college football where you bring the small team to glory. But I analyze going to the NFL now. And being the number one pick is what everybody has him on the big board because of a lack of talent around him. And I don't know that he's making it out of the rookie contract. And a lot of people are going to jump on me for that and say that I'm being too harsh, say that I don't know ball. And we can revisit it down the line.
I think you're being way too harsh. One of his best throws is the back shoulder, and that plays in the NFL. Him just throwing up Charlie Becker, perfect on the back shoulder. And Becker made some great plays, but those are really good throws. And we saw that throughout the college football playoff. He did against Oregon. I mean, coming into this, he had 5 incompletions and 8 touchdowns in the playoff. He's a good quarterback.
Okay, well, we'll see if he gets out of his rookie deal in the National Football. And maybe he makes me eat my words, and good for him. Give him some more motivation. He's going to need it.
Yeah, I could see him actually. Well,
especially probably not getting drafted into a great situation either.
That's the thing, that he's going to get drafted to Vegas, and he'll have Gentry there. He'll have Brock. He'll have playmakers if they can protect him. I hope it's not another David Carr situation where he just gets sacked 70 times a year and then.
In Derek Carr?
David. Before Derek. I mean,
was he on the Raiders?
No, the Texans, but he was that number 1 pick, and then he was supposed to be the first quarterback to really make the Texans franchise go, and he just could never get started because he got sacked every other play.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I know I'm just not bought in on Mendoza, and it could, maybe it goes back to betting Auburn when Cal beat them last year on the road. I don't know, but there's just something about the guy that I just don't. I don't know. He doesn't strike me as an NFL quarterback, and to go number 1 overall with all this guaranteed money that he's going to get, it almost feels like a sin.
I could see where you're coming from there. I'm still going to celebrate Mendoza and this Indiana team.
Right. It's harsh because it's less than 24 hours after. I get it.
They're the lowest ranked preseason team to win it all since Auburn in 2010. And that team was just won it all because of Cam Newton. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. They're just not good players, but where Auburn won it because of Cam Newton, Indiana won this championship because of Natty.
Absolutely. Great coaching. They drafted, I say.
Might as well have
drafted in the portal. Yeah, I guess is what you could call it. But they did a really nice job of valuing experience over stars. Not that, high touted recruits would maybe even go there. I mean, a 5-star is probably not. He doesn't have Indiana on his radar. So Cignetti said, the only way for me to really win is go through the portal. He understood and kind of figured out a philosophy on how to attack this, new landscape of college football that we're seeing. And he reaped the benefits in year 1. And don't be surprised if you don't see a lot of other schools who maybe haven't been at the top of the mountain recently, in years past, decades ago, or ever at all. And they adopt this, hey, let's grab some guys who have experience, build the team around that, and see what we can do. We just saw Cignetti, again, have a lot of success doing so. And we'll see. A team that I saw the other night that has 63-star recruits already committed is West Virginia in the Big 12. So it'd be interesting to see what they put together this upcoming year. We're going to start seeing teams do it. It's the new philosophy, especially because it just worked for Curt Cignetti.
Yeah, Auburn's trying to do it, and USF did not win as much as JMU did with Alex Golsh. But they're going to bring in guys that are used to playing good football, at least, instead of 5-stars that have only lost.
That don't have any experience. And the only other thing I'll say on this game is shed some light on the SEC being dead, because it's now been the last 3 years that they haven't been able to punch their ticket to a national title. And this was supposed to be every year, if not every other year, that the best conference in college football wins the national title. So props to the Big Ten for getting it done the last 3 years. And, Nick Saban really was the godfather of the SEC.
Yeah, this may just be the optimist in me hoping that this happens, but I really think the SEC failing the last 3 years, like you said, is going to make bowl season, not the college football playoff, but the actual bowl season that's become dead, mean something again, where we're going to start seeing, hopefully, the AP poll and the coaches poll not put as much weight on the SEC because they haven't been as good. So you're going to see less SEC teams get ranked in the polls, and they're going to have to go out and win a bowl game against Iowa, against the Purdue, and prove it in the bowl games where it matters, or schedule non-conference early where we get better non-conference games on week 1 and 2. And they're actually trying those. So they have to prove that they're the top conference in football again, where you're not just going to be opting out of bowl games and not caring if you don't make the college football playoff. And that may just be me being optimistic, but I hope that's what happens.
Well, I guess I'm struggling to see why that would matter, right? Like, if they're already not in the college football playoff, why would they want to go win the bowl game?
Well, if the polls are now going to say, all right, it's been 3 years now that you've proven you're not good enough to be in the championship, so why are we going to rank an Alabama 10 over a Michigan that has the same kind of resume just because they play in the SEC? We're going to rank that Michigan team ahead. And then the SEC is going to see that and be like, all right, well, when we play these bowls,
they're going to have to win the bowl game to be ranked better the next year?
Yeah, to prove that they're the better conference, because
that they're still
not only have they been out of the college football national championship the last 3 years, but their bowl resume has been terrible. They've proven they're not a better conference. And I know there's opt-outs and everything, but at some point you got to prove it again. You can't just keep saying, oh, we had Nick Saban, we had Georgia and Alabama win all these titles 5 years ago, pre-NIL. You got to prove you're good in the NIL era.
It's a good point. I think good point as we get Mr. Jack back in action.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing as we're talking some SEC football. But no, Brian, I think it's a good point. I see the angle. But again, to your first kind of, I guess, preface of going into the point, it is very wishful thinking or, very optimistic approach to how they might analyze that.
Yeah, it's all going to start with the polls actually making the SEC earn the higher rankings again.
Shout out the SEC, bro.
That's all you look pretty angry at that.
I didn't have much to say on that. I actually think it's kind of true. I mean, some of it, right? You guys know I don't believe in the bowls. No SEC team believes in bowl games anymore. It's the college football playoff or bust. It's just what it is when you play in the SEC. It really is. I mean, even a Vanderbilt, right, who have had some success in the past few years with Diego Pavia, but they don't even care about bowl games anymore, right? So those don't really matter, but you're right. You do have to go out there and go win a national championship. It doesn't look good when it's Indiana and Michigan and Ohio State and not an SEC team.
Yeah. I mean, you got it, Brian.
At some point, if you lose the bowl game, I know it's not all the same programs, but you want to build. I know winning the ReliaQuest Alamo Bowl is not going to lead you to a national championship the next year. There's not really a correlation there. But winning the bowl game to end your season against maybe if you're a 12th ranked Vanderbilt and you beat a 14th ranked Iowa in a big bowl game, it's okay, we beat a good team in the Big Ten, and then you build on that in the next year. And I think there's something to be said for that, and that's what college football is missing. And I don't know. I'm hoping bowl games matter again, I think is the whole.
But how do you get there? Because they don't. And it is, as Matt said, wishful thinking. They don't matter. Those games matter. Why don't they matter? It's because it doesn't matter to the players and the coaches. You see coaches and players going to new schools by the time bowl games roll around. You see the opt-outs happening because they know they're going somewhere else and they're not going to be risking their future for a team that isn't going to serve them. You know what I mean? And it's tough to say, but it is what it is. And we've seen it for how many years now?
That's the one flaw in my whole argument is the transfer portal, immediate, go to another school and play. You can't really build anything anymore unless you're Indiana, because I'm sure Kirk Netty's just going to get all these kids to buy in for 4 years, unless you're Fernando Mendoza's little brother.
Who already left.
Yeah, Kurt definitely found somebody else to replace him. Wasn't going to be Lil Mendoza.
No, he was like the reason why Giannis's little brother's on the Bucks.
Yeah,
moral support.
Saw a tweet about that. Maybe the Raiders in 3 years just go draft little Mendoza. He's the Adonis of the NFL.
Jack, you weren't in for the beginning of the segment. Your thoughts on what Mendoza's career will look like in the NFL? First year, does he last all? Just quick thought. I know he just won a national title and NFL draft's a couple months away here, but probably going to be the number one pick. I don't know that he's going to a great situation in Vegas. Tom Brady was on the sideline last night with a couple other the partners and owner, Al Davis. I think Al's the dead father. Anyway, your thoughts.
Yeah, all that is very true. Might not be a great situation, but you do expect him to go number one overall to Las Vegas. I think that he's got the mental and the work ethic. That's what we've seen from Kurt and what he's been able to build Mendoza into. I think that it only improves at the NFL level. You would have to think so. I don't know who's going to be leading that team come 2026, come when Mendoza gets in there. But I would think that with the way that he plays the game of football, with the way he prepares, we're looking at a Brock Purdy kind of guy, a guy who can step up and win you games. He doesn't have the physical attributes that will go out there and physically dominate a game like a Josh Allen or Trevor Lawrence, but we could definitely see him be a good quarterback in the NFL.
We like the nod to Trevor Lawrence there at the end. He missed the first part. I don't think he's making it out of the rookie contract. I think he's going to be a bust, and I think There's nobody. He's the only quarterback there, right? Or are you going to draft Ty Simpson, who probably is
That's a kid that's not going to make it out of his rookie contract.
maybe not, but either way, I don't love the throws I've seen him make. I think he relied a lot on the screen and short passing, and I know we've seen quarterbacks make a little. Felt Tom Brady the best on the short passing, who also could make the big throw when needed down the field. But yeah, I proceed with caution, man. That's all. Proceed with caution. I'm allowed to have an opinion, and that's it.
Yeah, I've been doubting him in Indiana all year. You gotta tuck tail and admit you're wrong at some point and start believing.
Yeah, college is a lot different than the NFL, so I'll tuck it. I'll tuck it when he gets the massive extension after his rookie contract.
I think the one thing we've learned through this college football playoff is Matt just might hate college football.
I
thought you were going to say I might hate college football.
You both might just hate college football.
This is the most college football I watched this past year.
Yeah, but you hated both. You hated the quarterback that won the Heisman and won the Natty, and you hated the runner-up for the whole year. Hated that team.
Look, we don't talk about the dead, but if different teams were there, I'd have a different mood, a different approach, and a different outlook on how things might have went. But this is the way the cookie crumbled, I think is how they say it. So I'm giving you my raw opinion based on how I saw it. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I've been right a lot on the show, and I've been wrong a handful of times as well. So
I like how you phrase that.
The only thing we could do here is wait and see.
Yeah, the last real takeaway I had from here, and I guess this does go along with your take. I don't think Mendoza is going to be the best pro. I am over my Tony conspiracy theory. I think that kid's going to be absolutely insane in the National Football League. He's so
only
good.
A true freshman, right?
Yeah, he's so good.
He is.
Two years at Miami or wherever he plays ball for the next couple of years, since it's could go play for two different teams for all we know.
Yeah,
could play for more college teams than he will in the NFL. There's that food for thought for you.
Yeah, that'll be
fun to see in a couple of years. Like, yeah, this guy played on more college teams than he did NFL teams. It just has never happened before, literally in the history of any sport ever. It's crazy. Times are changing.
It might have happened.
It's happened. I don't know with any.
I don't think to the extent of what we're seeing now, of how you can just bounce around.
Yeah, you could reach down to guys that transferred and then played on a practice squad and then some special team and then we're out of the league. But I don't know.
Do they even count at that point?
Yeah, it depends where you want to set the bar.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways, but and what also isn't fun about this whole thing is we have no way. I mean, I guess we do a little bit if we want to look at the portal and all that stuff, but I just feel like it's a lot harder right now to make a way too early who's going to win it next year prediction.
I mean, yeah, the dust hasn't even come close to settling yet.
But that's the fun of it, is you make your prediction right after the championship game for next year.
It's definitely a shot in the dark, but
I just feel like aren't the rosters still all up in the air?
Yeah. Definitely up in the air.
I'm gonna take.
You have no idea who's going where, or is the portal closed? I could be wrong. I don't know.
It's wide open.
Wide open, yeah. So we have no. I mean, there could be a team you're not even thinking about that somehow lands. I mean, for crying out loud, for your guys' sake, Auburn could somehow pick 7 guys that you were never even thinking of.
They've low-key had a pretty good run in the portal.
Still going.
I'm gonna take Texas. SEC will be back, and it won't even be a real SEC team. But Texas will win it all next year. Arch Manning to Cam Coleman. Oh, come on.
I do like that. I do like that, thinking about that. I mean, how about Oregon, man? They get close every dang year, and Dan Lanning isn't going anywhere. Dante Moore's coming back. Give them a shot.
Nope. Dan Lanning is basically a second coming of James Franklin, so I will not be getting on that train. But
That's what we said about Ryan Day.
That is what we said about Ryan Day.
yeah, I get it, but I'm not. No, not doing that.
Nope.
You know what? Again, Texas Tech cleaned up the quarterback position.
Going back to the well.
They will be back, and I'll leave it at that. They just gave the guy what, $9 million? Whoever it was the top quarterback in the portal.
I can't go back to one of these.
No, it's with the way too early
soft-ass Big 12
unofficial
teams.
I mean, their defense was arguably the best in the country. They played lights out. If they had a better quarterback or brought in the backup five-star, maybe it's a different story. But they stuck with that kid. He was horrible. And the rest is history. You don't speak of the dead. But love that they just went out, coughed up the dough, and dressed the quarterback position. That kid, who was the kid who was there that looked horrible down the stretch, especially in that Oregon game? I forget his name, but that's got to be a tough blow to see that they just dish out $9 million for a new quarterback, saying like, "Wow, we really needed to address this position."
Yeah, Morton was their quarterback.
I mean, that's got to be a blow to the self-esteem and ego.
So bad they're paying some guy $9 million to replace you.
From Cincinnati, too.
From Cincinnati. Sorensby, I think, is the new guy.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
What is he, like 25, 26 years old or something?
I don't know, man. We're going to get guys who are in their 30s real soon that are high profile.
He did 2 years in the CFL.
He's only 22.
So he'll be playing when he's 20. But
Here's a little story. Before Cincinnati, he was with Indiana.
Wow. I love it.
Before Kurt showed up?
Probably before Kurt.
Kurt pushed him out. Brought in Tanner.
There's a story for you.
All right. Well, that's the college football natty. Indiana now has 6 all-time bowl wins. Half of them came in this college football playoff.
Who cares about bowl wins?
They mattered before the college football playoff. All right.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Be happier, Jack, because there ain't no party like a Stiddy party. Jared Stidham.
Ooh, let's get Stiddy with it.
Is starting for the Denver Broncos. We'll talk about this game, but of course, the big news: Bo Nix fractures his ankle. Jared Stidham will start the AFC Championship against the Patriots. The Broncos were led, of course, to the AFC Championship by the last Auburn quarterback to beat Alabama. Now the last Auburn quarterback to beat Georgia will take them to the promised land. He needs 2 games to etch his name in NFL history.
The Auburn Broncos. Denver Tigers. I like Auburn Broncos better, but Dave.
War Eagle.
Look, Stidham might not have started for a little while here. I think the last time he threw for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 picks. So
yeah, with the Raiders.
Got experience doing it. It's been a while, but he's done it at least.
He hasn't thrown a football in the regular season in 2 years.
Look, I think the only thing he's really got going for him is maybe trying to throw a chip on their shoulder, playing the team that drafted you. Like, I mean, what's the angle here? It's Jared Stidham.
Where's Zach Wilson?
Jared Stidham was better.
Is Zach Wilson still there?
He's in Miami.
Yeah, Jared Stidham outplayed him, and they cut him.
I was going to say,
yeah,
because it was Wilson.
But I think they just went with Ewers over Zach Wilson.
It was Wilson, Stidham, and Bo Nix were the 3 QBs in Denver. At least maybe last year.
I mean, Stidham is Sean Payton's guy. Payton was hired in February of 23, and then he signed Stidham in March of 23. And then he gave him another contract. So Payton clearly likes Jared Stidham. for whatever reason.
He knows the Sean Payton system.
I mean, yeah, there was a chance that Bo Nix didn't work out too, guys. Like, let's not act like Bo Nix is a huge difference maker either. There's not that big of a difference between Jarrett
He
Stidham.
did really well in that game.
Yeah, and they have a good defense, which, I mean, shit, man. The Bills still put up 30 points. Like, what weapons? I mean, I know Brian's going to talk Mims and Little Jordan Humphrey and Cortland Sutton. Does Evan Ingram still exist out there? I don't know. Like,
technically, he's
this isn't
Dobbins' practice window opened.
This isn't a crazy offense here, guys. I think you're still, and you guys have been consistently hating on Bo Nix all year, but
I like Bo Nix.
No, don't give me that.
I do like Bo Nix. Jack is the Bo Nix hater.
You guys both were haters all year. Maybe it was more Jack. I don't know. I know at least one of you were hater. Brian, nah, you're not. No,
you
still were a hater tagged all year.
Broncos fans still tag us in that Bo Nix draft clip we had forever ago when he got drafted. And Jack's the clear Bo Nix hater, and I was trying to defend Bo Nix.
I am. Look, I'm not shy about it. Bo Nix is not a great quarterback, in my opinion.
Is an AFC championship quarterback.
He's definitely doing some things right. He can extend plays. He can make some good throws on the run while moving the pocket and all that good stuff. But as far as a pure pocket passer goes, don't love him. Pure runner.
He got Sean McDermott fired. He did something right.
He's the slightly better than poor man's Josh Allen. I won't say poor man's Josh Allen. I'll say he's a little bit better than the poor man's Josh Allen.
It's the Johnny Manziel of Josh Allen's.
Not a bad pivot there, Brian. I like that.
Yeah, true.
Same kind of build though, right? I mean, what? Allen's 6'5". What's Bo Nix? 6'5" as well. I mean, the build is identical. And I think
he's short. He's short.
No. Bo Nix?
Yeah.
Bo Nix a little man.
They probably list him at like 6'3".
What? I thought he was like.
But he's really like 6'2", 6'1".
Are you sure?
Yes. He's a small guy.
He looks small out there. At 6'2".
So he's probably 6'1".
And then Allen's what, 6'5"?
He's bulky though. He's stocky.
Yeah. I was gonna say I thought they were a little bit similar.
He's a strong dude, but
it's the light of God shining on him. Makes him look a little bigger.
Maybe. All right, so maybe not a great analysis. But either way, AFC championship quarterback, and he's going to have to give way to his college teammate ever for 1 year?
No, he came in right after Stidham left.
I think the year after. Yeah.
So his successor, or his
predecessor.
I believe he beat out T.J. Finley, who is now on his 7th college football team.
Dude, I forgot about that guy.
Or was it Malik Willis?
Brian was hyped up about T.J. Finley at Auburn.
Oh, there was also that kid that played tight end eventually.
Was it not Malik Willis?
At Auburn?
When did Malik Willis play at Auburn?
No, he was Liberty.
Before Liberty.
Malik Willis was Auburn?
Yeah, bro.
Dude, is this another Davion Mitchell moment?
Davion Mitchell went to Auburn.
That's what I'm saying. I just completely blocked that out of my memory. There's no way though. I'm almost sure Malik Willis was never at Auburn. Are you just confusing the Hugh Freeze connection?
2017, bro.
You're kidding. Wow. It is another Davion Mitchell moment.
How did you not remember that Malik Willis was an Auburn Tiger? He's like one of your
Why'd they let him leave?
I remember James Franklin III. I don't remember Malik Willis.
Why'd they let him leave?
Hugh Freeze gave him the bag at Liberty. I guess.
I think it's because Jarrett Stidham.
When the hell was Hugh Freeze at Liberty?
Before Auburn.
What?
This is the craziest.
Oh my gosh, dude.
We live in a simulation.
Yeah, that was.
Wow. Good on you, Jack. That's another one. Davion Mitchell, Malik Willis, not in my memory at all.
Dude, I look, I'm not going to sit here and I know you know more Auburn Tigers than I do, but how do you not remember Malik Willis, man? Like, that's your guy. You love him.
I do. Wow. Maybe he should have started over Stidham last year. Although, no, that was a good year for Auburn. 2017, 2018.
Yeah. No, Malik Willis, I mean, he didn't really do much in college. I mean, I know he had – actually, I think he had
He was great at Liberty.
Pretty good final season at Liberty, but he's looked phenomenal in the NFL. I don't even know how we started talking about him.
Yeah, let's get back to Bills Broncos. This game really, I mean, it went back and forth. It was a great game. It came down to those last couple drives, though. The Brandon Cooks catch that was not a catch, that was an interception, and then Tre'Davious White PI. That was probably PI, but Bills fans will tell you it wasn't PI probably for another 30 years.
Yeah, the Brandon Cooks catch, not a catch. I mean, honestly, I think it wasn't a catch. I think it was an interception because he didn't survive the ground and didn't complete the catch and all that jazz. But at the same time, like when you speed it up like that on the or when you slow it down like that on the replay and you look at it frame by frame, you can clearly see at one point he had possession and he was down with possession. So you could have given it to him then. But if you want to do what you should do and just let the play go on, interception. So I'm with that. I'm happy with the way that was. And then the Trey White PI, I hate that. And you want to know why I hate that? Because they should have called it the week before on him, on the exact same game winning drive for them when he did it to the Jacksonville Jaguars and Jacoby Myers, and the refs didn't call it. It's the same shit, except it's the same stuff, except this time they call it. So that's the problem I have, is the inconsistency. And yes, obviously that happened in the Jaguars, but just the inconsistency, man. Like, you got to be able to say, yes, this is PI. No, this isn't PI. And it's got to be the same the first time, the second time, the 10th time.
Yeah, I think, well, first, the Brandon Cooks, I think the refs could have gotten away with just saying he caught the ball, and then with a fumble recovered by the Broncos. And the Broncos got the first down because it never hit the ground. So you could say he caught the ball.
He caught the ball, his knee went down.
And then the Broncos guy ripped it away from him. And
but then it would have been a complete pass.
The knee was down. He caught the ball, knee was down. He was down. It was a catch. They didn't call it a catch. They robbed him. I understand Josh Allen had a lot of opportunities, so it's tough to justify the rob. It was a catch. Knee was down. Robbed. Move on.
Whole simultaneous possession thing. I don't know. It feels like that normally goes to the receiver.
It's supposed to go to the receiver.
It's supposed to go to the receiver. Tie goes to the runner in baseball. Same concept here. They didn't do it, which I thought the NFL might have wanted Josh Allen in the Super Bowl, which is why they would have maybe made that call to allow it to be a catch. They didn't. They did it to keep everybody on their toes, to say, hey, look at us. We aren't scripted. We aren't rigged. Look at this.
Now, well, the thing is Vegas still wins because the public was most definitely on Buffalo there.
All over Buffalo. So they edge out the NFL's script, I guess. Well, they do.
Yeah, Jag, not only did that, of course, you remember your Jaguars call, but in that game, they were letting them play. And I feel like Tre'Davious White, that was pretty egregious. But they were letting the boys play for most of the game. And for it to come down to that.
The Jags game?
No, the Broncos game.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is you just have to be consistent about it. You can't go start changing what you didn't call in the first quarter. You can't start calling in the fourth quarter. It's just
that's where you get jammed up. It's got to be consistent.
Yeah, and that's where you get Tre'Davious White throwing his helmet and cursing out the refs after the game. That's can't say I blame him. I really can't.
Yeah, and as much as I love that Jared Stidham now has the chance to go win a Super Bowl, I'm sure the NFL wishes they would have called that a little differently and had the Bills play the Patriots instead of Jared Stidham.
For sure. For sure.
Jared Stidham's not winning the Super Bowl.
There is a chance. A team that won't be winning the Super Bowl, of course, the Bills. This is per ESPN research. There have been 4 teams to win a playoff game in 6 consecutive There have been 4 teams to win a playoff game in 6 consecutive seasons. The Cowboys, who won 3 Super Bowls, the Patriots, who won 3 Super Bowls, the Chiefs, who won 3 Super Bowls, and the Buffalo Bills, who did not appear in a single Super Bowl. Sean McDermott, that's why you're fired.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, it's the same thing that we saw with Harbaugh and Tomlin. These guys are great coaches, but at the end of the day, you can't just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. And that's why he's gone.
Yeah, I feel like the Bills also have they have a case of Joe Schmo syndrome, where their GM just is ass, and they keep blaming the wrong guy.
Well, I see. I'm in the camp of Sean McDermott. Yeah, you should probably try something new. But I've also been seeing Brandon Beane getting put out onto the fire, and people are saying this guy needs to go. Look at who he signed: Curtis Samuel, Josh Palmer. Like, just bringing out the tough looking receipts. You guys think there's some valid stuff to that? Should they clear house and get rid of the GM too?
The Bills?
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? I don't think about it. I mean, they're going to go forward with Josh Allen. So whoever they then bring in, ownership's going to say, not that having a deal, I know people have Josh Allen on fraud watch right now, which, again, tough to say that he's not after what we've seen in the playoffs year after year after year. The Embiid of the NFL, some say. But I don't know that what, Brian, you don't like that one?
No, because Embiid never plays basketball.
He plays, he just can't get it done. Allen plays through the injuries, but at the same time, same result from both.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of an Embiid
guess,
that actually plays. Like a Donovan Mitchell?
I guess Allen's been to the AFC Championship, Embiid never to the conference finals. So
yeah, I like the Donovan Mitchell one more because, well, do I? I don't know. I feel like he's the only star over there. He's doing it all by himself, but they've got some good pieces around him.
Mitchell's been to the finals, though, no?
No, the Cavs have never gotten. They lost to the Celtics, I think, in the conference finals. That's the closest they got.
And then last year, they were the 1 seed and lost to the Pacers.
Yeah.
After that historic year, and I called him a fraud all year.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what happened. But,
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah. All right, maybe bad analogy. I just had to throw some shade at Embiid. But, yeah, Allen is on fraud watch. Maybe he already is a fraud. To Jack's question, I don't think it matters what the Bills do. You're stuck with Josh Allen, which doesn't seem like it's a bad thing, but I don't know. Jalen Hurts gets killed more than this guy.
I don't know, being you pivot from Stephon Diggs, and then you've had all this time, and they've given him Dalton Kincaid and Keon Coleman, and then shopping in the bargain bin.
And here's the other thing. Are you going to bring in another head coach but keep the Brady guy who's on a lot of head coaching shortlists?
They could just promote Brady and maybe bring back Dable to be the OC.
Yeah, how does that work out?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Hey, here's the new head coach, but why would do you promote? I don't know.
I feel like Harbaugh is probably a little annoyed that he didn't wait. He would have loved to coach Josh Allen in Buffalo.
Yeah.
That's got to be the number one job.
Oh, 100%.
They'll have their pick of the litter.
You got amazing fans and a franchise quarterback. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, they just lost in the divisional round. McDermott had to go because just of how it's kind of been the same thing year after year. So they're still going to be a good team next year, you would think. So definitely, but who do you hire?
Go trade.
That could have been a decent spot for Kevin Stefanski if he didn't jump the gun on Atlanta.
Go trade Dalton Kincaid to Arthur Smith. I'm sure he'd love that in Pittsburgh. And get Mike Tomlin, and then bring in McDaniel.
I will actually throw a party the day that Arthur Smith retires from coaching in the NFL. I can't watch him anymore. It
Does
doesn't
he
matter.
get promoted to Steelers head coach?
Oh my
There's
God.
no
He needs to
way.
get fired, dude. Fired.
I could definitely see him as like a candidate to go to the CFL and go win a couple Grey Cups and then come back to like Miami or something. He's always going to have a job. Arthur Smith is always going to be employed. He's got something on everybody because there's no reason he should still be employed.
Brian, the Steelers won double digits this year behind Arthur Smith's intelligent offensive scheme.
Nope. They put up 150 yards in their playoff game. No.
Double digit wins.
They could have had Sketch as the offensive coordinator and Tomlin would have gotten them 10 wins.
What was that Tomlin? Tomlin's the vibes guy.
He gets them there.
He's the vibes guy in the middle.
That's how they got to 10 wins this year. It was not off of offensive play design.
How much credit does Smith get for them winning double digits and winning the? It's not 0%. I'll tell you that much.
It's less than 0%. They would have had more than double digit. They would have had 12 wins if they didn't have Arthur Smith as their OC.
Tomlin gets 85, TJ Watt gets 10, Aaron Rodgers gets 4, and Ayahuasca gets 1. Arthur Smith gets 0.
I'm gonna have to throw a couple percentages in there for the running back duo, Warren and Gainwell.
Yeah.
They were pretty great this year.
Sorry,
That's about it though.
We'll put Tomlin down to 75, and then Gainwell and Warren will get 5.
We can give Ramsey a game. He pretty much single-handedly won them that first Jets game.
Ramsey gets 0.5, Ayahuasca down to 0.5.
All right. Lock it in.
All right. We'll make the graphic.
Arthur Smith,
Make the pie chart.
Arthur Smith, next Steelers head coach, is my prediction.
Oh my God. I'll send an apology letter to all my Steelers friends.
I don't think he's on the radar, but that'd be hilarious. Who is on the Steelers' radar?
Someone they can sign for $1.50.
I think Cliff Kingsbury is the favorite to land to Pittsburgh.
He does not seem like a Pittsburgh hire.
I think Aaron Rodgers would retire as soon as that becomes final.
Yeah, he definitely does not seem like a Pittsburgh hire.
Also, I guess we're saving it for tomorrow.
What?
I've
Robert?
heard-
I don't know. He should go coach the Chargers, and they should send Jim Harbaugh out to Pittsburgh. That sounds more like it.
I wanted to shed light on who the hell Miami hired.
Who did they hire?
The Packers D coordinator who was on nobody's radar, who blew 2 games to the Bears down the stretch this past year. The defense who blew the game.
What's his name? I know he was on some people's radars.
Was it the Shula guy? No,
No.
Jeff Hafley. Yeah, Jeff. I heard that name.
Okay. Everybody in the comments is like, did you really think the Dolphins were going to make a good pick here? Did you really think they were not going to?
I mean, it's kind of like the exact opposite of McDaniel, right?
Polar opposite. McDaniel's this offensive guru, and this guy's a defensive wizard.
Yeah, it's kind of the direction you got to go. McDaniel really set that thing back. Probably Tua, honestly, but
I don't know. I not saying he's going to be a bad pick. The Packers D coordinator was never really on my radar. Like you hear these guys that are like, I would have thought maybe Jacksonville's D coordinator got swooped up before the Packers guy did.
Yeah, well, they've been getting interviewed, man. I'm not excited about it. Both our OC and DC have been getting interviewed.
It looks like a lot of traction's on Yudinsky right now.
Yeah, especially for the Cleveland job. So
he won't take that.
I really hope he doesn't. I mean, why would he?
That's a bag, though. You got to think.
He would be the youngest head coach ever.
Youngest head coach ever, and that's got to be a sizable salary increase.
You'd think so.
He's not going
It
to go
is.
from Jacksonville to Cleveland.
I mean, that's like he's what, maybe getting $1 million to call the plays for the Jags to like maybe $6 million a year to go be a head coach in the National Football League. I mean, it's a pretty big jump, dude. I don't know. We'll see. Jags looks uneasy.
Yeah, I hate to see him go.
I feel like, Cleveland's basically what the upside down of Jacksonville would be. Like if it was a Stranger Things episode, that you don't want to go there. You're going to be fine, Jack.
I hope so.
I'll knock on wood for you.
Thanks, brother.
All right. Seahawks 41, 49ers 6. The Eagles must have been really effing bad.
Woo!
Did you see what I said in there or no?
I did.
Doesn't need to be said on camera. Look, it was a joy watching the Niners get a beat down. They caught magic in a bottle, lightning in a bottle last week or 2 weeks ago, last week, whatever, against the Eagles. They got lucky. We know the Eagles' downfall was mid fall, and Kevin Petula is already gone. We're already on the next year, so no need to drag the Eagles into this. Number two, there was no magic left for the 49ers. Salah clearly was 1 foot out the door. If you're telling me he wasn't getting text messages from people in Tennessee, trying to, maybe he was 1 foot out the door of that stadium. Clearly was. I mean, that defense was horrible. So some tricky stuff there. Tampering by the Titans. Who would have thought? Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, I mean, there was no magic left. The Seahawks were the number one team for a reason. We saw them hold San Fran to 3 points in San Francisco just a couple weeks prior to this game. So not surprised. Seattle won. Little surprising to see the margin of victory, but nonetheless, better team advance, and 49ers should never even been in that game. And it's further indictment on the Eagles being horrible.
The CDC just needs to close off Santa Clara for a little bit. McCaffrey and Juszczyk went to the Warriors game the day after this loss, and Jimmy Butler blew up his knee. So I don't know what is in the water over there, but 49ers just need to take a break. Go to Cancun and just don't come back until the first day of the season.
Yeah, this game was horrendous. I don't really need to say anything more. I mean, y'all saw it. The score says it. It was a horrendous game. The Seahawks are a much better team. 49ers are a good team, but they're hurt, and they just didn't show up in this one. Are we ready to admit that Sam Darnold is probably the favorite to win a Super Bowl this year?
No, because thank goodness for the Rams, and we'll get to that game. But if the Bears would have won that game, I would be very scared. And I like Sam Darnold. He throws a good ball, but I'm not ready to say. I think I'm on record. I think we're all on record saying he'll never make it to a Super Bowl. I still have faith in the Rams to get it done. The Rams are his kryptonite.
I hope so. I really hope so.
He really didn't need to do anything. I mean, this game was over from the kickoff. Rashid Shaheed won the game. It would have been 7-6 if they just took knees the rest of the game.
Yeah. And that's what we said the recipe for success was for Seattle. As long as you don't make Sam Darnold throw the ball 30, 40 times in a game, you're probably going to win it.
Zach Charbonnet also got hurt, I believe. I think he's out for the year.
Yes.
Don't know if DJ Dallas is still rostered, but take his anytime touchdown because Kenneth Walker will not get goal line carries still for some reason.
Dude, he looked awesome, though. He
did look awesome.
They finally let him cook, and it looked great. And if he can stay healthy throughout this run, that will be enough.
Dude, they're just good. And that's the perfect way to hide Sam Darnold. Is just be good everywhere.
Well, dude, it starts in the trenches. It really does. That offensive and defensive line are so
War Eagle.
They are so commanding on both sides of the ball, and that's really has been the difference maker in all their matchups so far. That's why they're the number one team in the NFC. They're just absolutely wreaking havoc, getting push.
They're really good, and it's going to be hard for the Rams. But Sam Darnold sees ghost against the Rams. I just hope they can make him. I want to see the Rams get in from the NFC because it's either going to be the Mickey Mouse Patriots who we're about to get to, or somehow Jared Stidham. And if it's Jared Stidham, I think he has a better shot to beat the Rams than the Seahawks. That defense is scary. Seahawks defense is so good.
Definitely.
Dynamite.
They fly.
Dynamite. Fly around the field, locked in at all times. It's a well-oiled machine right there. It reminds me of maybe different play styles, different kind of roster, but just kind of just running through teams like the Eagles did last year, late in the year.
Yeah, they've led the regular season in point differential, and they've completely killed it in the playoffs so far. Dude, of course, they're one game, but I mean, they're going to be hard to beat. All right, Patriots, Texans. C.J. I think Eminem, it was in Won't Back Down. He said, "You're a shit stain on the underwear of life." That's what C.J. Stroud was to this Texans team in this postseason. 5 interceptions this postseason. That's the same he had in his whole rookie year. He also joins a certain quarterback. I'm interested to see if you guys know who this is. Since 2000, there's only been 2 quarterbacks to throw 4 picks in the first half of a postseason game. C.J. Stroud, and who else?
Recently, or are we turning back?
I think Jack knows it, and he doesn't want to say it. It is recent.
Oh, Trevor?
Yeah, in that Chargers game, which he did win.
He won that game.
He did. His only playoff win.
The recipe was not the same for C.J. Stroud in this game. Dude, they were in it the whole time, and he just
the whole time. He owes Will Anderson a Cabo vacation and a brand new car for the way he played all year and the way he kept them in that game. Maybe if they won the game, he would do it. But, I mean, holy shit, man. The defense did everything they could. They made Drake May, the Patriots, look horrible. And the Patriots still won by double digits.
Yeah, this game was drunk. Neither of these teams could hold on to the football. Fumbles left and right. I mean, it was terrible. No one wanted to hold on to the football. It seemed like no one wanted to win the game. But the Patriots and Drake May just made one less mistake. I mean, actually, not one less, many less. I mean, C.J. Stroud literally for the second game in a row could not do anything without turning the ball over. Have we ever seen somebody play this poorly in a 2-game span in the playoffs? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, we saw a couple games with bad Brett Favre, and I don't even think he was that bad. Every time C.J. Stroud threw the ball, it looked like he was going to be picked. And then when it wasn't a pick, he tore his backup tight end's ACL. He was just that bad.
Yeah. He's pretty freaking terrible. I was happy to see it.
I'm sure you were. I feel bad for that entire defense. Will Anderson, like you said, Matt, was outstanding. Really made Will Campbell and all the doubters with his small arms look very smart because he got abused by Anderson all day. The Patriots just find ways to win, which is really annoying, but that's just what they've been doing. And in this game, it was just catch the ball when C.J. Stroud throws it to you.
Yeah, I mean, the trick in this game was to play defense. But, they could have punted on first down every time. They would have been fine. That's how bad that offense was. And I've said it since the start of the season, and I'll continue to say it right now as we're about to see them in an AFC championship against a backup quarterback who, as Brian said, hasn't thrown a pass in the regular season in 2 years. Is that what you said?
2 years.
The Patriots have had the easiest cakewalk to an AFC championship and probably, most likely, to a Super Bowl I have ever seen, ever. And if they get to play Sam Darnold, I swear, this will be the easiest Super Bowl run of all time.
Yeah, it had. I mean, the Chargers, easy. Texans, which tough defense. I mean, they didn't play well to win that game. They just happened to win at the fault of the quarterback they were playing. And now they go, backup quarterback in Denver. Sure, it's on the road, but they're almost a touchdown favorite on the road here. So it'll be interesting to see how they progress. Easy. I mean, yeah, it's definitely up there with one of the easier Mickey Mouse scales. And Brian tried to throw shade at the 2017 Eagles. I didn't take the bait. I wasn't going to take the bait. I don't think it's really even close to what the Patriots are doing right now. I mean,
why?
The Eagles played Tom Brady, who
in the Super Bowl. Jack's tweet was on the road to the Super Bowl. Like, obviously, whoever the Patriots beat in the Super Bowl, it's an easier path than Tom Brady. But getting to that Super Bowl, and I was interested for your take on this because I had to look back at the schedule.
They beat a prime Matt Ryan and a prime Julio Jones.
That was the impressive win.
I mean, yeah, but they were always the Falcons. The Falcons were known playoff. The Falcons are the Brewers of the NFL. They get to the playoffs and they lose.
Well, they were in the championship the year before, right?
Yeah, but it's like once in every blue moon. I think that was the first Super Bowl they went to in, don't have the exact stat, but in a long time.
Defending NFC champions, and then the Eagles beat them that next year. I mean, that's a good win.
It's a good win.
I know you don't like giving teams their wins when they win things.
I'm just trying to. I think it's a fine comparison. The Patriots is definitely easier, but the Eagles wasn't exactly a gauntlet. I mean, they beat Case Keenum in the NFC Championship.
Weren't the Vikings 38-7, by the way, too, Brian?
Yeah, Case Keenum. They should have lost to the Saints, and they had the miracle with Stephon Diggs because the Saints DB just forgot how to play football.
Hey, you play who you got to play. And then they took down Tom Brady, who threw for 500 yards.
Yes, no, that Super Bowl win was insane, and they deserve all the credit for that. But Jack's original tweet, which we're referencing here, was, do they have the easiest road to the Super Bowl ever? That's what I was basing my data off of.
Yeah, all right, Brian. All right. I mean, I would have to.
That's probably the easiest one.
Yeah, I would have to think that's up there. But to Matt's point, I'm going to give Matt Ryan and Julio Jones a little bit of credit out here. Devonta Freeman.
That was, this isn't 2022 Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. I mean, 2017, that was a year removed of them blowing 28-3. That was a prime team, Brian.
They were good. Yeah, they were good. But, I don't know. When you compare it to other runs, it's just not as hard.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough. I digress.
12 rounds on this, but I don't think it's close to what the Patriots are going up against. It might have been an easy road, but I don't think it's comparable.
Well, yeah. I compared it because it was an easy road. I'm not saying it was easier. I'm just in recent memory, that's the one I thought of. And it wasn't third shade. It's just the one I thought of.
That's fine. Let's talk about the road that the Patriots had when they played the Rams the first time. Who did they have to play on the road to victory when they beat the Rams in that horrible 10-3 Super Bowl?
Yeah,
when they beat McVay.
When they beat McVay. When they beat Jared Goff to McVay.
Was that 2021?
No, that was 2018 or 2019. 18 or 19. I think 18.
18 sounds right.
It was 18 season, might have been in the year 2019.
19, yeah. 18 season, 2019 Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Let me find their schedule. I feel like the AFC has always been pretty good recently, though.
All right, what was the path?
Patriots.
Full disclaimer, I have no idea what the path is either.
You just remember the Super Bowl being terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember the Patriots not being – was it the Patriots? Oh, no. That was when the Rams got in because of the Saints BS. When they PI'd the Saints. That was supposed to be a Drew Brees, Tom Brady matchup, man.
That was when Alshon Jeffrey dropped the ball and it got picked off when the Eagles were down 3 in the Saints red zone driving at the end of the game.
Yeah, so the Patriots that year had a
Cra-
bye.
Cra- Cravon LeBlanc picked off Drew Brees first play of the game. That game was electric
Patriots had a bye. They beat the Phillip Rivers Chargers,
until it wasn't.
and then they
The bye
beat Patrick Mahomes in overtime.
Young Patrick Mahomes, not established Patrick Mahomes.
They would have lost that game if D Ford wasn't offsides.
New yet Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
D Ford wouldn't have been offsides. Patrick Mahomes.
How many Super Bowls did Patrick Mahomes have? How many NFL MVPs did Mahomes have at that point in his career?
I think that was his first MVP season.
Yeah. MVP gets announced after the playoffs,
Well,
right before the Super Bowl. So he was not an MVP yet.
He already played the season that won him the MVP.
All right. Who won the COVID year one?
Brady with the Bucs.
That was Brady. That was Brady with the Bucs. Is that an easy one? I don't know. We don't have to go through all the ones.
Mahomes only has 2 MVPs. It was that year in 22. Huh. Yeah, that 2018 year, Mahomes had 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns.
That's what you saw Tyreek.
Yeah. All right. Last game here. Bears and Rams. The Rams squeak it out. The Bears nonsense finally ends. Caleb Williams had that crazy touchdown to Cole Kmet to force us to overtime. I am disavowing next gen stats because somehow that had a 17.8 completion percentage. I don't know how that's not like a 3% completion percentage, but I am no longer acknowledging that platform.
Yeah, that was an incredible throw and catch. And it was in the end zone, too, for a touchdown, which makes it even cooler. Can't say enough good things about Caleb Williams. I did not think that he was going to be capable of making a play like that. Watching that game, having it come down to the wire, I really thought that he was going to do what Trevor Lawrence did and throw like an interception on the final drive and just call it a day. But he saved that for overtime.
Yeah, Caleb Williams had he had those crazy throws, which is what's going to be remembered. So definitely a better playoffs than C.J Stroud, but he also threw 5 interceptions.
He doesn't look like he can play in the cold. And he doesn't look like Chicago's the right place for him. He looked like he was shivering out there. Hands always in the warmer, jacket always on. I mean, and I would be too. Don't get me wrong. That's what you should be doing. But he didn't look like he was handling the elements all too well.
Maybe the Bears join the Dome Club.
They
Build
might
the roof.
need to. Yeah, they might need to retire. What's that?
Soldier Field.
Soldier Field. Legendary.
Yeah, also RIP Hallmark. No, not Hallmark. Highmark Stadium.
It's done and dusted. They get the dome. Another one bites the dust.
No dome games in this NFL playoffs. Very sad.
No. None.
Wow.
Well, aren't the Bears trying to move to a dome soon? They're talking about it.
Yeah, the state of Illinois is really not being too welcoming to that. They're not doing well. The Commanders will move to a dome soon, so yeah, possibly.
Dude, the renderings of their new stadium looks sick. Yeah,
with the monument in the Capitol behind.
Yeah, looks really awesome.
Guys, check out the Jags new stadium renderings yet? I mean, those look pretty fucking
No, they were
sweet.
getting one. Didn't they just dump $1 billion into their stadium that they already have?
No, this is crazy. No, we're building a new stadium for $1 billion.
I thought they just maybe not dumped it $1 billion, but I thought they just upgraded this current stadium.
No, we signed the deal to make to build a new one. Next year we're gonna be playing out in Orlando.
Yeah.
Really?
Mickey Mouse franchise.
Damn, dude. I was literally
Yeah,
looking
right.
today. That's crazy you say that. The Eagles play away at Jacksonville next year, and I was just like looking at flights in September and October. I was like, that'd be a fun
would be a
game
fun trip.
to travel, but it sounds like I will need to go to Orlando
Yes.
for this game.
Yeah.
Probably a
Camping
cheaper
World.
flight.
Yeah, definitely is. Flying into Jacksonville is not that cheap.
Really? I mean, I'm always driving
Small
in
airport.
there.
From Philly, it is not that cheap. It was like a $400 to $500 round trip. I'll put it this way: it's cheaper for me to do a round trip from Philly to San Francisco than it is for me to go to Jacksonville and back, which the Eagles do play in San Fran now.
That's nuts.
It's all about the airport size and then the hubs. I
Yeah,
don't think there's any airline hub in Jacksonville.
no, San Fran and Philly are both have hubs.
A lot of hubs. All right, what else we got?
That's it. Any
That's
other takeaways from Rams Bears?
No, the only thing I saw this week. Sorry, Jack, not to keep you too long. But
No.
I'm
reading my I'm reading my notes right.
Voice.
Bro, I'm reading my notes right now, and I'm looking at what I wrote, and just it's about the Jags. It's disappointing.
This is a fun stat. Brian will appreciate it. I'm not sure if you guys saw it or not, but we get I got to go through this, but it would have been a good Michael of the week, I think, but we're not doing Mike of the week. Mike McDaniel versus Sean McVay, Mike Vrabel versus Sean Payton, the Mike versus Shane Bowl on both sides, or Mike versus Sean Bowl.
My loser of the week tomorrow was going to be everybody not named Mike or Sean.
Well, that's why I felt necessary to bring it up. One, because that would have been a bullshit loser, and number two, because there was no Mike in a week, and there was no way to incorporate that into winners and losers. So I'm glad I said that, because that would have been a nonsense loser of the week. Everybody not named Mike. Give me a break.
They're all losers. They're missing out on the championship games.
Yeah, it's a fun stat.
Yeah, but it's literally the Michael of the week. It's the Mike of the week.
Yeah, we could have used it for Mike of the week. But.
Yeah, I think we would have had to make a change, but I spoiled the party once again. That's 2 for 2.
That is 2 for 2.
Bang! I love
yeah,
to
that
see
is kind of wild. It's got to be the first time that the first named head coaches have gone against each other in the same conference.
Yeah, pretty generic. Sean and Mike.
Yeah.
Relatively generic.
Yeah, that's pretty generic. I mean, Mike, it doesn't get much more basic than Mike.
Bill.
Bob.
I know way more
Bob's
Mike.
getting phased out.
I know way more Mikes than
John. Yeah.
John fits the bill. A Mike versus John. I can see that.
Mike, though, I mean, dude, everybody knows like 3 Mikes.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like Matt's up there too.
Matt's definitely up there.
Matt, Mike, and John are.
Jack's pretty high on the list.
Yeah, but you're not going to put a Jack and a John in there. You got to pick one.
Yeah.
I think John just squeezes it out for that one.
Any other names?
No, it's Mike.
You could toss a Nick in there.
I feel like even Nick's getting because if you add all the Nicholases, I feel like it's very popular now to go by Nicholas. Coming back.
I mean, I think that's most people named Nick. Their actual name is Nicholas.
Yeah, but like a lot of them used to go by Nick. I feel like Nicholas is coming back.
Well, I don't care what you go by. If your name is Nicholas, I'm calling you Nick. If your name is Michael, I call you Mike.
Well, that's just rude.
Well, it's efficient.
What did you say? If your name is Nicholas, you call him Mike?
No, if your name's Nicholas, I'm calling you Nick. If your name's Michael, I'm calling you Mike.
I was like, dude, what?
And Brian's telling me that's rude. Is that rude?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be efficient. Like, hey, Mike, pass me the ketchup. Hey, Michael, pass me the ketchup.
It's one extra syllable.
Yeah, it's an extra. Exactly. Yeah,
Like
that's my point.
0.1 seconds of your time.
I mean, let's add it
What
up.
are you going to do with that 0.1 seconds?
How many times are you going to say Mike or Michael to this guy in the span of your relationship? I mean, those seconds add up, Ryan.
Okay, if you say it 1,000 times a year, what's that? 100 seconds?
Have
10
fun with that
seconds?
math.
10 seconds? I think it's 10 seconds. No, that's 100 seconds. Either way, that's a minute of your time. What are you going to do with a minute of your time?
Either way, you're pulling out arbitrary numbers out of your butt right now.
I think 1,000 is high. That's that's 3 times a day. You're talking to Mike 3 times a day?
Well, what if you work with a mic?
I might say Mike 10 times in 10 minutes.
You're calling him Mike every time, or you're calling him dude, bro?
Or if you have like a
Mike.
portfolio of clients or like a book of business and you have multiple mics.
What if I'm watching Nemo and the seagulls come out and I'm like, Mike. And now I've already said Mike about 25 times.
Well, then you're just an idiot because they're saying mine.
Yeah, whatever. It sounds like Mike. And then, I've already said it 25 times in the past minute now. So how does that incorporate into your math?
It all evens out. What if you're sick for like 3 days? Then you don't say it at all. See? Everything.
Does it count if you say it in your head?
What if you don't get sick?
Everyone gets sick.
What if you don't take naps? Think about that, Brian.
You're not on the Patriots.
What if Miles Jack wasn't down?
He was.
He wasn't.
And Miles is not a common name.
You are now in the mix with C.J Stroud.
All right, Mike. I'll catch you guys later.
All right, we'll see you guys on Friday. Back to our normal schedule next week.